So, man, when shit hits the fan, so the beautiful Dolphin that I waited like a month and a half to purchase from the seller, waited for him to buy a new rig and gave him his full asking price and drove 3 hours to get it, and all the story, all of that. Well, paid $5,100 for it, and I was sold the bill that it ran great, the engine was well taken care of, there was no leaking oil, just everything was up to par, and that maybe the rig itself needed some updates, but the actual vehicle portion was solid. And so I scraped up my coins and decided that I wanted to give this dream a shot. And on our second trip, not even an hour away from home, the head gasket ended up blowing. I hadn't even drove over 55 miles an hour even the whole trip, probably most 40 to 50. I don't know. It's been the amount of just stress and just everything. Plus, I'm dealing with life issues. My older sister is very ill. She's in the hospital. She's been given 2 weeks to a month to live. So tomorrow I'm going down to Sacramento to actually support my niece and see my sister, and we're trying to figure out what to do. Got these hard decisions to make, and my sister, her mother is basically been living on the streets for many years. So if you could just imagine, kind of, she's basically has kidney failure amongst other things that you could imagine someone who's with mental issues and that's been living on the street has. But so it's like that, just all of that just started happening last, I don't know, a few days. So I'm going up there to try to just be supportive, but it's like at the same time I'm dealing with like this Dolphin that I just sunk all this money into, which honestly, unfortunately I don't have a lot of money right now. I work for myself right now, and it's been a tough time. So after getting the Toyota towed to a shop, which it was initially I couldn't get it smogged, and it was failing for a large evap leak. Everything else passed, but that didn't. So I was on a mission to try to find someone to even work on it, and that became tough. Like, finding people were afraid of these older vehicles. It just makes me wish I really knew how to wrench on something. But anyway, so the guy that I found, he let us tow the Dolphin there, which that was, great thing I had AAA, because the quote I was getting was like $1,400 for 30 miles away, 35-mile tow. So luckily AAA worked out. But now, the mechanic is talking like $3,300 to basically change out the head gasket, get the head machined, and change out a bunch of hoses that he anticipates will probably need to be changed out, and also to do the timing chain since he's already going to be there. Well, technically we just don't have it. I'm like, I could probably scrape this up, but it's probably just not the wisest situation to leverage everything that I got, just following this dream. We have to, and then there's the evap leak, and the guy's like, well, he thinks that it's probably It's probably a gasket, one of the gaskets that are on the gas tank. And like, okay. So I just don't know. I know there's, people are at different places in life. And, while I think some people probably like to venture on this, probably should have deep pockets, but I really thought, like, for $5,000, and I could trust this man that, I could fix the back, you know what I mean? It wasn't falling apart. Wasn't most updated, didn't have all the new, bells and whistles, but it wasn't any major like water damage and roof sag and all the other stuff. The refrigerator works, the stove works. Not all the water was set up. He had took out the water pump, but he gave that back. Basically, he has water. I guess the water hooked up directly to the sink only with a small pump, just to save on resources and everything. And so I was just like, this is good enough for us to enjoy this until, we spend the time and money and getting it, modernized and updated and restored. And now I'm just looking at a situation that is just really unfortunate. I don't have anywhere to park it. I don't know. I want to keep it. It's like, not only did I, pay the $5,100 for it, I've probably spent almost $1,000 on doodads and whistles for it. New mattresses and, power generator stuff and dishes and blankets and pillows and cups and pots and pans and, just the basics, so we can actually use it in the current condition that it was in. So I don't know. I don't want to sell it, you know what I mean? It's like, I think about how long I waited. I've only had it for like a month and a half, I just think with everything going on in life right now, it's just a lot. So I guess, I wish I could fix it. I wish I could find I understand it's specialized work. It's hard to find people to work on it. Like, I'm not expecting anything for free. This guy charges like $180 an hour for his shop rate. He's basically like, are you guys fixing it or what? Because we need to get it out of there. And so it's just, he has suggested that we not fix it. He's just like, so, are you trying to ride around in a $10,000 RV? And when you start taking these things apart, more and more stuff you might find is broken or messed up. And I think it's all true. Then I also feel like, if I had someone to be able to work with me to get it fixed, maybe it is just the head gasket, and getting a few things fixed. But I don't know. And I don't think it's smart for me to continue to try. I don't know. I just need some help. I need some advice. Yeah.